Sports Spotlight Live Show. Your #1 online sports show comes to you every Sunday at 5 p.m. Your hosts, Clearant Eboso and Newton Mararu. This is where we live football. All football discussions are done here. We breathe football. Capture all the exciting moments in football. Football is our life. Get sporty every weekend with our sports enthusiast. Don't forget to subscribe only on the Inside Sport, home of your favorite sport.
So I was working on the sound. I'm told that the sound cannot be heard clearly, but I hope right now you guys can hear me. Let's continue with the show because today we said we have a very, very interesting show. And just to give a glimpse on what we are going to discuss today, remember we have the AFCON qualifiers, we have the UEFA Nations qualifiers that have been played, and we've been having a lot of entertainment. And also we have the FKF elections that have been held in various counties and different branches, and we also have new leaders in the house. We'll be discussing about the FKF elections as well as the games that will be played, that have been played over the weekend and along the week, because the qualifiers started along the week. And particularly, we'll be talking about our national team, that is Harambee Stars, that was playing against Zimbabwe. So let's hit straight into it. Last week on Friday, if I'm not wrong, our national team, Harambee Stars, had to play an away match. Can call it an away match because the Zimbabwean team was the one who was hosting our national team, and the game was played in South Africa, if I'm not wrong, Johannesburg, South Africa, and we all know what the results were. So we'll be going through the results and be discussing each game at a time. So first of all, let's take a look at the match day. That was match day 5 results that were hosted, that were played in different countries around the continent. So let's take a look at the results. So it was a week, a match day full of draws. Remember, we have Kenya there drawing, and to my surprise, we had this match of Morocco. Remember, Morocco are the ones who are hosting this African Cup of Nations, but they're not leaving anything at chances. They are the ones hosting, but the way they are playing, and from the results, from the look of the results, the last game they were away, they won 5-1 away. From the look of things, these guys are not here to joke. Remember, there's a time they were suggesting that they should be removed from the CAF calendar or the CAF competitions because they are way too on top of the CAF competition. And from the look of things, the way they are playing the AFCON qualifiers, that these guys are in for a big surprise for us, because most of the countries, when they know they are hosting this thing, they in Kenya tunasema hawajitumi, but ukiangalia Morocco, on the other hand, it's like, we are going to do this, we are going to qualify even if we are qualified. So these guys have already qualified, but they are playing the qualifiers as if they really need these qualifiers to qualify for the AFCON 2025 that will be held in Morocco. So big up Morocco for the good work they are doing. And on the other hand, they're also playing a very entertaining football. So big up to the Moroccan team. They have already qualified. We're going through the teams that have already qualified and also discussing the results. So back to the results. I want to take the look at the first. So when you look at Etswani, that was the country in South Africa, that is Swaziland, Etswani, playing against Guinea-Bissau. And then Comoros playing against Gambia, and then Cameroon, not Cameroon, Zimbabwe playing against Kenya. All this match ended in a 1-1 draw. That means the competition was very stiff. So when you look at Morocco, Morocco trashed. Let me go. So Morocco crushed Gabon. Gabon, one of the best teams in Africa, 5-1 at their home ground, as Comoros crushed Gambia, and not crushed Gambia, they went for 1-1 draw with Gambia, and Etswani had to draw with Guinea-Bissau at their home. Remember, Harambee Stars have also played Guinea-Bissau, and we know how competitive Guinea-Bissau are. Kenya, Harambee Stars, they have been eliminated together with our friends from South Africa, that is Namibia. In our group, that is Group J, we are already eliminated. So the only teams that have qualified are Cameroon and Zimbabwe. So those are the teams that have now qualified for the AFCON from Group J. So we'll be going through each group and group to see which teams have qualified, which ones have not. So take a look. Yes. From the look of things, you've seen the teams that have already qualified, and so far we've talked about Group J, where we belong. In Group J, I can say Kenya. I can confidently say that Kenya and Namibia are out. Let's go to Group A. Group A, we head to Tunisia, Comoros, Gambia, and Madagascar. And as you have seen, Tunisia has 10 points, Comoros has 9 points, while Gambia and Madagascar have 5 and 2 points respectively. So that means even if Gambia and Madagascar won their game, that means Madagascar will have 5 points, Gambia will have 8 points. Even if Comoros and Tunisia lose their games, that means the two teams have already qualified, because the total addition of points for Gambia will be 8, for Madagascar will be 5. Let's go to Group B, where we have the hosts Morocco, Gabon, Lesotho, and Central African Republic. In Group B, Morocco have 15 points. That means they have already qualified. And then we have Gabon, Lesotho, and Central African Republic, who are fighting for a place. But the only team that has a chance here is Gabon and Lesotho, because Gabon has 7 points. That means if they lose their game and Lesotho win their games with more than 2 goals, while Gabon loses, that means Lesotho are hoping that Gabon lose their game and they win with a margin of 2 goals and more to be able to qualify for the AFCON. They will be having 7 points. So the thing we'll be looking at here is the goal difference, because if they score 2 goals, that means they'll have minus 2. That is Lesotho. And Gabon, if they lose their game with even 1 goal, they'll have minus 4. So that means Lesotho have a chance of qualifying, only praying that Gabon lose their game as they win theirs. In Group C, so in that group, Central African Republic is already eliminated. In Group C, we have Egypt, Botswana, Cape Verde, and Mauritania. This is a very dangerous group because only Egypt has qualified. The likes of Botswana, Cape Verde, and Mauritania. This group, anyone has a chance of qualifying, because Botswana have 7 points, Cape Verde have 4, while Mauritania have 4. So that means if Cape Verde win their game, Mauritania win their game, or if Cape Verde win their game, they'll have 7 points. If Mauritania win their game, they'll have 7 points. If Botswana lose their game, they'll still have 7 points. So any of these teams have a chance of qualifying. We see their goal difference is even, the margin is not even big. We have -3, and -3. Then we have Group D. Group D, we have Nigeria, Benin, Rwanda, and Libya. In this group, anyone can qualify. Anyone can qualify. Only Nigerians have the one who have assured themselves a place in the AFCON 2025 with 11 points, ahead of Benin, who are second with 7 points. Rwanda have 5 points, Libya have 4 points. If any of these teams wins and the other one loses, that means any of them have a chance of qualifying for the 2025, for booking a ticket for the 2025 AFCON qualifiers that will be held in Morocco. Is it June or January? We get to know that. As we continue down the line, we have Group E. Group E also have 4 teams, and in these 4 teams, only one has qualified. Hey, those groups, people are really fighting hard, and only 2 teams stand a chance of joining Algeria in the top stage. That is. Oh no, this one I think we are done with it, because they've already played their 6 matches, so they don't have any match to play. So these 2 teams have already qualified. That is Algeria and Equatorial Guinea. And you see, Equatorial Guinea are playing a very entertaining. They are playing very entertaining football. We don't mean that football that happened. We're talking about real football, not the issues, the scandals that are happening in their country. Those are political. We're not going to talk about them. But the real football, these guys, and I think this is the second time they're qualifying for the AFCON, 2 times in a row. So big up to Equatorial Guinea and Algeria. Algeria have qualified with 16 points, while Equatorial Guinea have qualified with 8 points. Togo have eliminated, they had 5 points, while Liberia had also 5 points, respectively. In Group F, we had Angola, Sudan, Niger, Ghana, and in this group, I think the team that has a chance to qualify are Sudan and Niger. Angola have already qualified because they have 13 points. Even if Sudan win their game, they'll have 10 points to those of Angola, which are 13 points. So that means Angola have already qualified. So Sudan and Niger are waiting to fight for a number 2 place in the qualifiers. So if Niger win their game and Sudan lose their game, that means Niger will qualify as Sudan send home. So Sudan need a draw or a win to secure a place in the AFCON 2025. Group G, hapa ndio kuna mambo. In Group G, we have Zambia, Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone, and Chad. In this group, I call it a group of death because Zambia, Ivory Coast have already qualified. They have already qualified, despite them fighting for the first position. Because if Zambia lose their game, and if Zambia lose their game or draw their game, if Zambia draw their game or lose their game, Ivory Coast wins theirs, then Ivory Coast automatically qualifies as number one. And if Zambia win their game and Ivory Coast win their game, Zambia still qualifies as number one. So those who have been eliminated are Sierra Leone and Chad. In Group H, all the two teams have qualified. The first two teams have qualified in Group H. Just a minute, I'm going through it. In Group H, we had in Group H we had. Hey, I need some water. Let me take some water before I continue. In Group H, we had Congo DR. We had Congo DR. We had Guinea. We had Tanzania and Ethiopia. And in this Group H, only Congo DR have qualified because Guinea have 9 points while Tanzania have 7 points. If Tanzania win their game against Guinea, that means Tanzania will automatically qualify. I remember Tanzania are hosting Guinea in Dar es Salaam, and if Tanzania win their game against Guinea, they'll have 10 points, while Guinea will have 9 points. Any draw will automatically qualify Guinea to the AFCON 2025. So Ethiopia are already eliminated and will remain with Guinea in the qualifiers together with Tanzania. Group I. Now I've gone so fast, so let me reduce my pace. We need to get this right. The odds are against our team, so we are not going to take things faster. So in Group I, we have Mali, Mozambique, Guinea-Bissau, and Eswatini. It's called Eswatini. So we have Eswatini, formerly known as Swaziland. So in Group I, Mali have already qualified, but Mozambique will wait for the game against Guinea, the Guinea-Bissau game, to secure a place. If they draw their game, or if Guinea-Bissau lose their game, then Mozambique automatically qualifies. Eswatini are out with 2 points. Guinea-Bissau have 5 points. Mozambique have 8 points, while Mali have 11 points. Group J, the master group. We have Cameroon, we have Zimbabwe, we have Kenya, and we have Namibia. Cameroon have already qualified, and Zimbabwe. Cameroon qualified. This group was tough because they have qualified with 11 points, a difference of 2 points from the second place, Zimbabwe, who have 9 points after drawing with Harambee Stars in Johannesburg, South Africa. And then we have Kenya coming in third with 5 points, and then Namibia with only 1 point. And Namibia have a game to play with Kenya, so they have to square out to know who is who. Because the first game, I think away, when Kenya played Namibia away, the team also drew 0-0, 1-1. So they are coming to Kenya are playing their games in Kampala. So Namibia will be traveling to Kampala to play against Kenya, and we are waiting to see the results. If Kenya are going to add points, if Kenya win that game, that means Kenya will finish third with 8 points, 1 point away from Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe just needed a draw in the game, and that's what they got. If they could just secure a draw, and if Kenya would have won that game, that means things would have been tough for Zimbabwe, because they would be forced to win against Cameroon, which would have been a very big challenge to them. So Kenya needed to secure a win, which they didn't against Zimbabwe, making them to lose a chance to play in the 2025 AFCON that will happen in Morocco. So in Group K, we have South Africa, we have Uganda, we have Congo, and South Sudan. In this group, South Africa and Uganda already qualified. And I don't understand why Uganda lost their game against South Africa in Uganda, Kampala, losing 2-0 to South Africa. They would have given Congo a chance. Congo could not stand a chance. But losing this game, that means Uganda have to win their game and pray that South Africa loses their game for them to finish top of the table, which is a very big challenge. So Congo are eliminated together with South Sudan with 4 and 3 points respectively. Lastly, in Group L, we have Senegal, Burkina Faso, Burundi, and Malawi. Senegal and Burkina Faso already qualified with 13 and 10 points respectively, eliminating Burundi and Malawi. Even if they win their last games. Burundi have 4 points, while Malawi have 1 point. So there you have it. Which team do you think for this that have already qualified? Which one do you think will give other teams in the AFCON a run for their money? Which of the teams do you think will give teams a run for their money? So before we even come to analyze the Kenyan match against Zimbabwe, we also have to go through the UEFA Nations League. This is the 4th edition of the UEFA Nations League, and what I can say is that I was so surprised. You remember, it has been grouped into different groups. We have League A, we have League B, and League C, and League D. I was taking a look to understand how these teams were grouped and what happens. There are a lot of formalities that need to be followed so that the teams can qualify for the UEFA leagues, the UEFA Nations League. So we'll go through the groups, and maybe in our next show, when we have Newton on the show, he'll try to explain to us how this grouping has been done. So this season of 2024-2025, in League A Group 1, we have Portugal, Croatia, Poland, and Scotland. And so far, so good. They have played 5 matches, meaning there's still 1 match to be played. And in Group 1, League A, because we have 4 leagues, we have League A, League B, League C, and League D. So in Group 1, League A, we have Portugal, Croatia, Poland, and Scotland. Portugal are leading the way after beating Poland 5-1. Goal from Cristiano Ronaldo. We'll try and when you go through this channel, there's a shot that we made on the goal that was scored by Cristiano Ronaldo during the UEFA Nations League. That bicycle kick, that was an incredible goal from the 39-year-old man. He's also known as the GOAT himself. So the GOAT himself was also is still making a name for himself despite being 39 years old. So in Group 1, Portugal are leading the way with 13 points after 5 matches. Croatia have 7 points. Poland have 4 points, while Scotland also have 4 points. So this group, I think Portugal have already qualified. Croatia are waiting to see if the 2 other teams will lose, because either of these teams can have a chance of playing in the next round. Then we have Group 2 League A. Group 2 League A, we have France, Italy, Belgium, and Israel. Here, France and Italy are already qualified. France and Italy are already qualified. France and Italy each have 13 points. So France and Italy are already qualified. Belgium and Israel are relegated to the League B. I don't understand how this works, but I know they are relegated to League B. Then we have Group C, Group 3, not Group C in League A. We have Germany, Netherlands, Hungary, and Bosnia and Herzegovina. And here only Germany have qualified. Netherlands are waiting to see if Hungary will lose their game or if they will win or draw their game, because they have 8 points while Hungary have 5 points. So Hungary, Bosnia are already relegated to League B. Then in Group 4, we have Spain, Denmark, Serbia, Switzerland. Spain have already qualified. Denmark have 7 points, while Serbia have 5 points, and Switzerland 2 points. So Serbia and Denmark are also waiting to see if either of the team can secure a win for them to be able to join the others on the top. Then we have League B. League B Group 1. We have Czech Republic, have Georgia, Albania, and Ukraine. This is a very tough group. Any of them, either of them, none has qualified, because Czech have 5 points, Georgia have 7 points, Albania have 7 points, and Ukraine have 5 points. So any of these teams, either of them, any of them can qualify for the AFCON 20, not AFCON, hey gosh, we're already done with AFCON. We are now in UEFA League, Nations League. Group 2, we have England, Greece, Ireland, and Finland. And I don't know why England has been put in this League B when all the heavyweights are in League A. I think the likes of Israel, Bosnia, Hungary should be in League C or B and D, while England, the likes of England, the likes of Sweden, they should be in League A, because England, I think England and Czech are the only ones who are heavyweights down here. So I don't understand how England was placed in League B, while other heavyweights were placed in League A. So in League B, England have already qualified together with Greece. Each have 15 points. They have played 6 games, won 5 and lost 1 each. Ireland have 6 points, while Finland have 0. In Group 3 League B, I think Group 3, most of the groups, the JS matches are already complete. We have Norway, Austria, Slovenia, and Kazakhstan. Norway have already qualified. Austria waiting for their game against Slovenia to see who qualifies. They only need a draw to qualify. In Group 4, League B, we have Turkey, Wales, Iceland, and Montenegro. Turkey have already qualified. Iceland and Wales have to battle it out to see who qualifies. And then in Group C, League C Group 1, we have Sweden and Slovakia, Estonia, Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan and Estonia are out because Slovakia and Sweden have 10 and 13 points respectively. Group C, Group 2, League C, we have Romania, Kosovo, Cyprus, Lithuania. Romania and Kosovo, Romania have qualified because Kosovo are waiting to see if Cyprus lose their game or draw their game for them to qualify. And then we have Group C, League C Group 3, Northern Ireland, Bulgaria, Belarus, and Luxembourg. Hey, things are tough. Northern Ireland have qualified. Bulgaria and Belarus are waiting to see if any of them will lose a point for the other to qualify. And then we have League C Group 4, North Macedonia, Armenia, Faroe Islands, and Latvia. North Macedonia have qualified. Armenia are waiting to battle out with Faroe Islands to see who qualifies. And lastly, Group D, that is League D, Group 1. We only have two groups in League D: Gibraltar, San Marino, and Liechtenstein. Here, only one team qualifies to join the upper group. So Gibraltar have already finished their game. They have played 4 games. They have 6 points. San Marino have played 3 games. They have 4 points. So if San Marino wins their game against Liechtenstein, then definitely Gibraltar are out. And if San Marino draw their game with Liechtenstein, then that means Gibraltar are the ones who qualify. And if San Marino loses their game, they're out. Then we have Moldova, Malta, and Andorra. Moldova have 9 points, Malta have 6 points, Andorra have none, 0 points. If Malta win their game against Andorra and they win with a big goal margin, that means that the ones to qualify and not Moldova who have 9 points. They each have 9 points, but they look at the they look at the goal difference. So how many teams do qualify for the playoffs in the national in the UEFA Nations League? So only 12 runners-up enter playoffs. There are also 4 playoff slots for the best UEFA Nations League group winners who do not finish in the top 2 of the World Cup group. This thing is hard, man. I think we need to go to the library to be able to understand how UEFA Nations League are played. So why is England? That's the question I was asking. Why is England in the Nations League B? And they are heavyweights in Europe. England are in the nations after being relegated. The Three Lions lost 1-0 to Italy in September 2022, and the result confirmed they would drop down. So England are there because they were relegated last season. Hey, this is hard. Which teams have won the UEFA Nations? Somebody was asking. So this is the 4th edition of UEFA Nations League. The first one, Portugal won in Porto. Portugal won in Porto, that is 2018-2019. The second one was held in Madrid, where France won the 2020-2021. And then we have the 2022-2023 that Spain won. And then we are waiting for the 2024-2025. So what happens if England wins in the group, in the Nations League group? If they win, that means they return to League A. That's what happens. You win, you move to the next stage. So those who don't understand the UEFA Nations League, that means the competition 16 elite team elite, that is League A. Yeah, that means those who are relegated go back to League B, and then the other ones move to the top, and then the first 2 and in those group stages are the ones who play the playoffs, and then have the semifinals and the finals. So I think that is it. I want us to go back to our game against Zimbabwe. Our game against Zimbabwe. We'll be taking a look at the FKF elections, FKF branch elections. We'll be taking a look at it. But right now, okay. Our Harambee Stars game. I'm trying to look at the thing that we are supposed to discuss next, because we need to know how the results went in the polls that were just concluded, the FKF polls. So we'll be jumping here and there as we look at hey, today, my friend, being alone on the show, it's very tricky being alone on the show, but we are trying. So we'll be taking a look at the FKF elections. Remember, on 7th December, the delegates will be meeting to elect the national committee. The delegates will be meeting to elect the national committee, and we normally have 94 delegates. Among these 94 delegates, we have the NEC members and also the 48 chairpersons from the county chairman, or we call them county chairmen. 48 of them are the ones who come together to elect to elect the NEC members. And then the NEC members are the ones to do the NEC members are the ones to elect the president, FKF president. So going by the Football Kenya Federation county elections results, the polls were done on Thursday. They show that the candidates who were supporting current FKF President Nick Mwendwa, who is the running mate to Doris Petra, lost in Busia, Kakamega, Migori, Kisumu, Kiambu, Murang'a, Garissa, Vihiga, Meru, and Kwale counties. So the polls went well in all counties except Turkana, where the exercise failed to take place because materials were not transported in good time due to floods. But later on, the elections were held. So before we take a look at the elections, I want us to go through this video of Harambee Stars, and then you tell me how we played that game. We'll just be taking a look at how the goals were scored and a few highlights on the video. And then you can leave us a comment in the comment section and tell us how you feel about the game. Did we play to our expectations? Ama tulikuwa tumeregarega tu during the game? Because I watched this game and I was not fully convinced that's how our national team should be. The inclusion of Ayunga in the team was fantastic. I don't even understand why he was substituted, but he had a great impact on the national team. About the captain, we still don't know why he scores goals away, and when it comes to the national team, goals are not being scored. So Newton, wherever you are, if you're watching this video, remember in the next show you have to come tell us why Olunga is not scoring for the national team and why we are not winning games when we are playing with Olunga. Because when he is the captain, we are not winning games. That means there's a challenge. So let's watch this video, and then from this video you can analyze and be able to tell how our national team played. Did they play to our expectation? So here's the video. Yes, yes. So from the look of things, we can tell whatever happened. That's not what he expected from the national team. Remember, this is the second time we are drawing with Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe have never beat Kenya in any match, so we were hoping this will redeem us, and then we redeem ourselves from with the Namibia game. But things didn't turn out as we expected, because if Kenya would have won this game, that means Zimbabwe would have been forced to win against Cameroon, and Cameroon, if they didn't win their game and Kenya won all the two matches, that means Kenya would have topped the group, and Cameroon, maybe if Zimbabwe would have won their match, they would have eliminated Zimbabwe. They would have eliminated Cameroon. So it happened, and we are hoping that now that we are coming towards the end of the election period, the FKF election period, we'll have new things, and these new things will bring new hope. So before I continue, I want to take this opportunity once again to give our apologies for not being able to bring the scheduled lives that we normally have them on Sundays, but we felt it's better, or it's good, that we bring the lives to you, even if it's not on a Sunday afternoon, because we normally have our lives on Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m. And if we don't bring them to you, we have to find a way to ensure that you are informed, to ensure that we bring the news to you, because these news are very important to the football fans and the football enthusiasts here in Kenya. So as the Inside Sport, we want to say sorry na pole sana kwa watazamaji wetu for causing those inconveniences. So right now, allow me to continue. So you'll be joining us every Sunday. You can be joining us every Sunday. Join us every Sunday at 5 p.m. on our favorite sports show that's called the Spotlight Live Show, that happens every Sunday at 5 p.m. here on the Inside Sport. We'll ensure that we bring to you this event, or this show, every Sunday. So as I had said earlier on, we'll be taking a look at the FKF elections. We'll be taking a look at the FKF elections, and in the FKF elections, we have those officers that were retained, like in Kisii, all the FKF officials who were holding the previous office were re-elected. So we'll be taking a look at different counties and how the elections unfolded. So the results was this. Tumeongelea mambo ya Turkana na mambo ya flood that elections zilirudi zikafanyika. In Elgeyo Marakwet, Boaz Kaino was elected the chairman with 11 votes, beating Hosea Kiptanui, who bagged only 1 vote. And the number of registered voters in Elgeyo Marakwet were 15. In Narok County, Peter De La Mea scooped 7 votes to emerge the winner against Francisco Kuntai, who garnered 4 votes. Swale Mohammed bagged 32 votes, to grab the chairmanship of Lamu County, as his opponent Ali Adi only got 4 votes. So here the people had decided, or the committee had decided, that they wanted Swale Mohammed. 2 votes against 4 of Ali Adi. In Kisii, all officials were elected. The elections were conducted at Ogembo Social Hall in Bomachoge Chache constituency. And Jazil Mbegera was elected chairman with 17 votes, beating his only challenger, retired chief Yobes Mose, who garnered 14 votes. This was a tough competition, 17 against 14. So in Kisii, Jezreel was re-elected as the chairperson. Evans Mageka was elected as the Secretary General. And Mageka had 19 votes against his challenger Evans Akanga, who had 11 votes. Florence Nyamute was elected the women's representative, while Dominic Makori will represent youth affairs. James Ayende will serve as the treasurer. So all these people were in the previous office and they were re-elected. That is in Kisii. It only happens in Kisii County. Kisii hawajachoka na FKF yao, so msiwalete. In the neighboring Migori County, Bernard Odongo successfully wrestled the chairman's seat from incumbent Paul Migwambo Odongo. He banged 27 votes against Odongo, who garnered 24 votes. And then in Kakamega and Viga counties, we have new office bearers. That is Jeff Mudembei in Kakamega, while Michael Senelwe, who is the CEO of Viga Queens in Vihiga. Trans Nzoia, we have Isaac Munene, who dislodged incumbent and seasoned football administrator Francis Mbayakula. Munene is the chairman of the FKF2 side, Bwake FC. So he also has experience in managing a football team. In Bungoma County, Dennis Nyongesa bagged 28 votes to become the new chairman, beating Moses Kubal Mbaiya, who managed a paltry 2 votes. Bungoma have decided. So you can see this is also one of my home counties. So Dennis Nyongesa, congratulations. Congo Boys chairman Alamin Ahmed emerged the winner in Mombasa County during the elections held at Shanzu Teachers Training College. Alamin garnered 26 votes, beating the former chairperson Lilian Nadundu, who got 22 votes. So Betty Kerubo was the running mate of Alamin. And then Stephen Mreithi is the new secretary after securing 36 votes, beating his 2 rivals, former holder Mahfoun Omar and Mohamed Salmin, who garnered 18 and 2 votes respectively. So the county chairman will be among as we had said, the county chairman will be among the 94 delegates who will be selecting the national election. That is the National Executive Committee. So the 48, not 46, 48 will be the ones who will be joining the others in the election. So mambo yanaenda yakichemka, and we are hoping that things will turn out well. Things will turn out as we expect. Remember, tuko na timu ya Nick Mwendwa, tuko na Hussein Mohamed, and vitu zinaenda zikichemka, and we'll be taking a look at them as they unfold. So right about now, allow me to say that we have had a very entertaining show. I'll try and contact Newton after the show to see, because we had agreed that today we meet on the show. We have not been able to communicate, maybe because he also has a busy schedule, and we do understand. So we hope that next show he'll be joining us, and we bring to you the live show on Sunday. So Sunday, don't miss out. And those who love football, those who are in Naivasha, those who can travel to Naivasha from Nakuru, from Nairobi, or from wherever you are, Naivasha Highway Secondary, this coming Saturday, we'll be having an entertaining match. I call it entertaining because 2 academies will be clashing out. The kids will be showcasing their talent. That is Naivasha Premier Soccer Academy together with Nakuru Eagles Football Academy. They have a match at Naivasha Highway Secondary School on 23rd, Saturday, November 2024. So if you can get yourself there from 9 a.m. till 1:30 p.m., come and enjoy how these kids are showcasing their talent. We are trying to nurture these young talents so that you can have future superstars. So kama unaweza fika pale Naivasha Highway Secondary School, fika pale hivyo next Saturday, on this Saturday, not next, this Saturday on 23rd, kuja jione jinsi talanta inakuzwa. These are small, the upcoming academies here in Kenya, and they have been doing so well. They've been doing so well, and I can say it's the way to go. Remember, we have entered the CBC curriculum, and here we need to develop talents, and we add those people who have starting academies. Let's have as many academies as possible to be able to nurture this young talent. We can do it. If other countries are doing it, Kenya can do it. And we'll also have a special edition na Mambo ya Academies on our show one day. We'll bring in all the stakeholders, all the academy owners wale tunaweza pata. We discuss things on football development, because these academies are the ones we use for football development here in Kenya. Kando na kuwa na zile high school tunasema tuko nazo, we can also have football academies where talents can be developed. Most of the schools when they close wanasahau mambo ya watoto training nini, so the academies take up the responsibility of training these children while they're at home. So Saturday, book a date, Naivasha Highway Secondary, Nakuru, Naivasha Premier Football Academy together with Nakuru Eagles Football Academy. See you there. I'll be there. Tukimalizia show, I promise you'll get to the streets. And the time has come for us to get into the streets. We'll be getting to the streets kupiga shows zingine kali sana. For example, we have stall football projects, especially in around our counties. I'll be going around the counties. I'll be going on the streets to get views from football enthusiasts, to seek their advice, to seek their comments, and to be able to correct where we went wrong. And we also say that it's also time to grow our channel, because tulisema hii channel next year ndio inafaa itupatie iweze kuair Kenya Women Premier League, iweze kuair hiyo NSL, iweze kuair Division 1. So it's the only place tunahitaji hizi vitu zifanyike, na hatuwezi fanya hizi vitu bila nyinyi. So if you support us by subscribing, then definitely we are on the right track. Saizi tunaomba tu subscription mazee, na muweze kuwatch video zetu tuweze kuhit hizo hours zinatakikana, hiyo subscription inatakana. We are doing so well. Ukiangalia our statistics, we are doing so well. Juzi tu tumeingia 600. I was checking today and I'm like, God is great. Tushafika 646. So the journey 1000 is we're achieving it slowly by slowly. So let's continue encouraging people to subscribe. Waambie watu wa hit your subscribe button, share our videos, share hii live bana. Kuna information mingi tumeshare kwa hii live leo. Wacha ifikie watu, because kazi yetu ni kujuza jamii ya football mambo ambayo yanafanyika. So hakikisha kuwa hii ujumbe ambao tunapeana inafikia kila mtu. By share kwa hizo nini zenyu, share mpaka hata pale WhatsApp kwa status, share kwa Facebook account zenyu, share kwa groups zenye muko, and then encourage watu wa subscribe, na tazidi kujenga na kujengana. Otherwise we don't have much for today. It has been a great show. Thank you for watching, those who have been with us. Thank you for those who will be watching, because it's the recorded new will be available on our YouTube channel. And remember, this is the home of your favorite sport. So ukitaka kujua mambo ya sport hapa Kenya, and even outside the world, the country, outside the continent, this is the place, the Inside Sport. And you can see kuna ka difference kidogo. Tumezoea kuonekana kwa giza, tajaribu kupolish everything so that we get clear pictures. Say hata stable. And tunasema kila kitu ni slowly by slowly. At least we got one light. If you can get 2 or 3 more lights, then mambo itakuwa sawa kabisa. The other side ya Newton pia will try and work on it, so that tuhakikishe pia we get clear images as we communicate, as we give out we produce the show, and as we share information on this show. So right about now, allow me to say adios and thanks for keeping me company until the end. Mzidi kubarikiwa, tuonane on Sunday afternoon saa 11 jioni. Right now, allow me to say goodbye until next time. Bye bye.
Sports Spotlight live show. Your number one online sports show comes to you every Sunday at 5 p.m. Your hosts, Clearant Eboso and Newton Mararu. This is where we live football. All football discussions are done here. We breathe football. Capture all the exciting moments in football. Football is our life. Get sporty every weekend with our sports enthusiasts.